Hello people, this is Zippy and welcome to our classroom. Today's episode is about breaking bad habits. Yes, and it's a problem, I know. Sometimes you have a habit and you keep wanting to stop it, but you don't know how. So I'm giving you 10 ways which you can stop this bad habit. And stay till the end because the very last two are basically a must. Okay? So, tip number 1, acknowledge that it's a bad habit because it's a first step. The moment you acknowledge that you have a problem, then you are a few steps closer to solving it. So acknowledge that it's a problem. It could be a problem like overspending. You know you're an overspender. Or the opposite, you're a miser. Yeah, and it hurts the people around you. You need to acknowledge that it's a bad habit. But if you keep thinking it's a good thing, then of course you will never stop it. Okay. It could be smoking. You know, to you it's not a bad habit until someone tells you that it is. You know, you see all these advertisements all around, about such things. You know, it could be smoking, could be drinking, just anything else, like even overeating, just those many things. Just acknowledge first of all that it's a bad habit, and then now we can move on to the rest of the video. Okay. Second, now assuming we are continuing with this video because you have acknowledged that it's a bad habit. So second thing is set your end goal. So what is this goal that you want? For example, you want to be at a certain weight and you know this is your goal. Without a goal, then you will not be working towards anything. Yeah? So what's that saying about if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter what route you take. Yeah, I remember that. Yes. So you don't know a goal, so you don't know where exactly you're going. You don't care which route, which path, so it won't help. So first of all, set that goal. If it's a certain weight, don't say I want to lose weight. So make it very specific. All goals are specific. I want to be 60 kgs. I want to be 50 or so. It depends, yeah, on your body type. 70 is your ideal, 80 might be your ideal goal. So set that goal, get to know it. If your goal is to take 8 glasses of water every day, don't say my goal is to drink more water. No, be very specific, set that specific goal and say my goal is to drink 8 glasses of water in a day. Okay, there you are going and getting closer to breaking this bad habit. Thirdly, replace the unhealthy habit with a healthy one. Yes. If you're a smoker and you hate it, because I know people with bad habits, you end up feeling guilty and hating yourself because you can't stop it, but replace it with a healthier one so that your brain is wiring itself towards making this other option instead of this one. So let me give you a personal example. I used to, this is embarrassing, but I'll just say it. So I used to, every Friday, guys, I'm a teacher. We are stressed, you guys. Teachers are stressed. So you see teachers, going out and partying too much, trust me, they know what they're going through. So my unhealthy habit was cake. I would, anyway, I would buy cake every single Friday. Now that small box of cake was 120, 150. I don't know how much they are right now. This was years ago. So I would buy a piece of cake, that small box of cake every Friday while I'm going home. You guys, you have no idea how much weight I gained. Wow, I gained a lot of weight because I would eat that entire box of cake by myself. Because I'm a homebody. I don't really like to go places. So I'll be in the house the whole weekend. I'm just chilling. I'm watching my movies or marking whatever with my cake, Next Friday, same thing, repeat. So that was my bad habit. So I had to acknowledge that it's a bad habit Then I set a goal because I needed to lose that weight. Yeah, I was heavier than I am now after having a child. So yeah, so I set a target of the weight I needed to be, and that was also in consultation with my doctor. Yeah, it had become that bad. So we set a target that we're going to get to this certain kilos, and that really helped. So how I replaced that, I love dancing. So, and dancing is a great way to work out. And so I started taking Zumba. A colleague of mine had was offering Zumba classes, so she helped me with her Zumba CDs. And then, of course, there are others on YouTube, but those ones were the first ones, the Zumba CDs I got. And so every time I would see that cake place, I would just remind myself, no, wait, I'm going to have fun dancing. I go straight home, I put on my Zumba, and I would dance and enjoy. Because I wasn't going to go for a Zumba class. That's not me. So I just knew, let me do this in the house, and it actually worked. Yes, so that one I can tell you, tried and tested, it does work. So replace that unhealthy habit with a healthier one. Um, Fourth tip, identify your triggers. Mhm. For you to go and do that thing, let's say it's impulse buying. What is usually the trigger? Could be because maybe you're going through some stress, or it could be you've just made some money. No, it's your salary has just hit your bank account, or it could be when you lose something. Now, every person is triggered different. So identify your trigger so that you know how to work around it. If you know the moment my salary just comes like this, I usually spend, like I'm the first person I'll run to, whatever Jumia, I'm online shopping there, I'm just buying things here and there. That's my trigger. Then you identify it, then you give yourself some time, okay? Give it some time. Let's just give yourself like 24 hours. Tell yourself, you know what? Yes, my salary just come. I'll wait for 24 hours before I can rush, and buy that thing that I feel is important. Because after you've bought that item, you later on realize, I didn't actually need this thing, but I spent so much money. Anyway, so identify those triggers. It could be stress. The day you're stressed at work or you've had a very stressful week, you will go and you will eat something that is unhealthy. Things like those. So identify that trigger so that next time you are stressed, you'll remember, wait, I usually go for a whole tub of ice cream or a whole box of cake when I'm stressed. So I'm going to wait for 24 hours. If I still feel that that thing was really necessary, then maybe it wasn't a trigger. Okay? Yeah. But even after 24 hours, please don't be eating a whole box of cake by yourself or a whole tub of ice cream or a whole, whatever it is. Fifth, create accountability. If you're strong, you can create accountability to yourself and by yourself and say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. And if I do this, I can, punish myself, or I will talk to myself in a way. And I don't mean some harsh punishment. No, it could be something like, oh, I was going to watch TV. I was going to watch my favorite series for an hour, but because I ate a whole tub of ice cream, or because I took a whole bottle of whatever drink I wasn't supposed to, then I'm not going to watch that series or that whatever. Just those small negative reinforcements. It could be creating accountability with a friend, somebody close, and just saying, or with your spouse, your partner, and say, I know I spend a lot of money that I'm not supposed to be spending, so I want you to make me accountable. I have just made 100,000, and I know within the blink of an eye, this 100K will have disappeared on things that I feel are important, but they're actually not. So tell your partner, your spouse, here, please keep this money for me, or please ask me what I have done with that money, or give me ways and means to just make sure I save this money or invest this money. So if that is you, create an accountability plan or find an accountability partner who will be there with you every step of the way. They won't judge you, but they'll be there to remind you. But then you had said you would stop smoking. Why are you still smoking? Yeah, you had said you'll stop partying all the time, but you've been partying, since Friday, and today is a Tuesday. So get that and create accountability for you to stop this bad habit. Tip number 6, be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself, because you will fall off the bandwagon once in a while. I know it's sad. We think we are perfect. We think, what, we have made this goal. We are going to stick till the end. Like, I will be, I have stopped taking sugar. Me, sugar, no. We're like this, polar opposites. And then you find yourself, well, today this Lufia, let me just put some sugar. And then you take that sugar, and then you feel so guilty, and you hate yourself, and you just feel so bad, but because you've let yourself down, the one person that you should never let down. And it happens. Be patient with yourself. It's a journey. Be kind to yourself. If you can't be kind to yourself, who is going to be kinder to you? Please be kind to yourself. Tell yourself, if it was bad, it happened. I cannot reverse the clock. So we move on regardless. Say, it won't happen again. Forgive yourself. Then move on. 7th tip, modify your environment. This is probably one of the hardest things to do. But if you want to stop taking alcohol, but you're surrounded by alcoholics, your house is full of alcohol because maybe your housemates or your spouse, your siblings, whoever you live with, has alcohol all around you, then of course you're going to be triggered. Modify that environment. If you are in an environment, spending a lot of time with someone who, let's say someone who parties every day, and you have set a goal to stop that, you want to be more focused on your business, you want to be focused on your studies, but you're surrounded by this, person who is not having the same goal as you, then you will suffer, because you're going to fall off the bandwagon more times than you should have. So modify that environment. Put yourself in a safe environment that will keep you off this bad habit that you're trying to stop. Okay, it's really, really important. It's hard. Sometimes it might even need you to move the entire place you live and move elsewhere. It can be very hard. But your goal. If your goal is to get to a certain place and time, then you must modify your environment. Another tip, share your struggle with someone you trust. It could be a very deep struggle, a deep dark secret you're hiding, and you feel very ashamed to talk about it. Yeah, just find somebody you trust so that you can you can talk to them, and then they won't judge you, they won't say anything behind your back and go spreading this. So make sure it's somebody you truly trust. They have, their loyalty has been tested before, and you're very sure, I can tell this person this deep dark secret that I have, because it's a habit I need to stop. Talk to them. There are, or small groups you can join. If it's habit, there are so many AAs. If you're addicted to drugs, you can attend those groups where it's confidential and just talk about your struggle, because there are other people around who are going through the same struggle as you. So talk to them. Let it not be, you just talking to everybody, here and then there, because now it keeps fueling that need for that item that you're supposed to be stopping. Okay, so talk to that one person that you trust and let them be the ones. It could also be your accountability partner. Like I had said before, get somebody you can be accountable to. And then I told you the last two I feel are super important. Number 9, reward yourself. Yes, reward yourself. And do not reward yourself by getting that, bad item or bad thing that you are avoiding in the first place. You can't say, well, I have been I will be eating healthy. But the day I get to, my target is 60 kgs. If I get to 60, now I will be eating this thing every day. It's pizza. I'll be eating pizza every single day. I'll be doing. No, that's not how to reward yourself. Reward yourself with something worthwhile, something that you won't now sit back later and regret. No. If it's that item that you have wanted to get yourself, and let's say you want a new kitchen appliance, a new phone, a vacation to whatever, but instead of overspending, that money, you're keeping it. You're just saving your money or investing that money. Then when you reach that certain target, if that was your target, your target was to vacation in Watamu, you're able to do that. If you wanted to go out of the country, you can do that, because now you're not actually dipping into funds that you don't have. No, you've actually saved for that money. So you reward yourself with something worthwhile. You're going to make memories there. Okay, if it's that new laptop that you really wanted, it's something that will benefit you, and it will be there and last long for you. Yeah, and you keep remembering every time that, every time I want to break a bad habit, yeah, this happened before. I was able to get myself this because I had stopped doing, something that I shouldn't be doing. And this was the reward. And it will motivate you to do it again and again and again. Just keep stopping every bad habit that you have. And last but not least, seek professional help. Yes. Some habits are really hard to break by ourselves, and so we need somebody with the expertise, with the knowledge, with just experience on how to do it. Seek professional help. It could be someone who went through the same thing. You hear of somebody in your family or somebody in your village or in your estate who had a problem with maybe drug abuse, and you want to talk to them, but you don't know them. You don't know if they're going to be confidential and what. So it's better to just seek a professional. Find a professional wherever they are. There are so many groups. You can find them online. If it's a therapist, a counselor, just anyone you feel who can help you in that way. It could be even something not as high up there like a doctor or a specialist. It could be you need a gym instructor, someone, just a personal trainer to help you get to that goal that you needed. That's still a professional. Seek the help that you need to meet that goal, because sometimes you have to spend money to get to the place you want. And I want to stop this particular habit that I have been trying to run away from, but it's not working. So get a professional to help you, and you won't regret it, because at the end of it, you'll be happy and you'll get to maximize your potential and get to that goal that we are trying to get to. Okay? And I hope that this has been a lesson that you won't forget. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for the love that I have gotten so far, especially in the last video. So I thank you. Thank you for supporting me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.